What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 2018 FloGrappling Awards live show. Today is going to be a fun day. Of course, you know us, right? This is Reed, Howell. We're here. We're going to be giving out 8 awards today. Looking back on the year that was 2018, it was an incredible year. We had an incredible year. This is our 3rd year doing these FloGrappling Awards. And of course, you guys made this year especially special. Every year we've grown year over year, and especially, like I said, this year was an extremely special year in 2018. Thanks to you guys, everybody who voted for their favorite black belts, for their favorite submissions, for their favorite matches. We got it all recorded, and we have got the results. They are in the books these days, and just a matter of moments, we're going to be revealing all 8 category winners. So strap in, buckle up, whatever you got to do, sit down, grab a coffee, grab whatever you need to do, and buckle up for the next hour, because we're going to be bringing you all 8 winners for these categories. We're going to have a great time. How? It was an incredible year, right? I'm really not just saying that. 2018 was a magical year in jiu-jitsu. Am I right?
It was. I mean, as far as years in jiu-jitsu go, there aren't as many quite as dramatic, quite as action-packed as 2018 was. I mean, we've been following the sport for a few years now. And yeah, there was absolutely no shortage of great candidates to choose from in creating the shortlists for the nominees for the different awards. Now, we boiled the awards down to 8 this year, eliminating a couple of award categories, but really focusing on the big ones, the movers and shakers, the ones that matter, the ones that fans really wanted to get behind. And to be honest, Reed, you know, having had a peek, a sneak look at the award winners, I've got to say, there are some really, really interesting names on this list, but I think all of them extremely well deserving.
Absolutely. You take a look at these winners, all 8 of these, I think, definitely well deserved. Like you said, though, it was a full year. All the movers and shakers got nominated here this year for 2018 FloGrappling Awards, but let's just take a quick gander back at the year. You know, we've got 2019 coming up, and wow, we thought 2018 was big. 2019 is going to be even bigger. But before we get to 2019, let's just reminisce. Let's soak up a little bit of some of the good things that happened in 2018. Now, how when you put this year to bed, when everything's said and done, is there something that really sticks out to you as just like a personal moment of the year that was the best for you?
I mean, it's very, very difficult to choose, all right? I have to say that to begin with. But I mean, rather than choose one specific moment, I think I have to say that 2018 for me was a real year for breakout stars. That there were some legends made in 2018. There were some real key moments that allowed some new names, or some names kind of just, you know, right there on the periphery of kind of the spotlight, to really come into their own, to develop their names, to develop their places in jiu-jitsu history. And I think 2018 had a lot of that. You know, we saw some guys go out there and really establish themselves as, say, for example, no-gi specialists and no-gi champions. On the flip side, in the gi, we had some of the more established names kind of end up taking a back seat to this new generation coming through. So for me, I think 2018 was all about the year of the changing of the guard, shall we say.
Yeah, that's definitely a great point. The breakthrough grappler of the year category, in particularly this year, was incredibly stacked.
Hard to choose.
Hard to choose. We had such a long list of guys who probably could have been nominated this year, and but we boiled it down to the 6 that we thought were best. So I definitely agree. It was a year guys like Jamil Hill, Tommy Longacker, Kynan Duarte, you know, all these guys really turned a corner, and it just goes to show you, man, that first year at black belt, I think, is something special. But let's jump right into it here. You guys are here to find out who won these awards, right? So let's jump right into things right here. We're gonna kick things off with a bang. Actually, we're gonna kick things off with the gi match of the year, best gi match of 2018. Let's just jump right into this nominee video so everybody can kind of refresh their memory. Well, there you go. There were the 6 nominees for Best Gi Match of the Year. And this is such a big category, one of the biggest probably. We focus a lot on gi jiu-jitsu here at FloGrappling, and especially tournaments like the IBJJF World Championships and things. These are the biggest competitions of the year. I won't be shy about it here. I know this is one of our favorite parts about the FloGrappling Awards is we open it up to the fans and we really let you guys choose what you guys thought was the best match of the year. But I won't be shy. This one here, I thought my favorite match of the year had to be hands down Marigali versus Felipe Pena. That was what I voted for in there. But my vote only counts for so much.
One vote among thousands.
Exactly. So Nicholas Marigali, Felipe Pena, that was my vote. That was just an insane match. The way that it built up, there was so much tension. I remember we had both kind of corners right behind us when they were screaming. That was a very, very anticipated match. Both guys, it seemed to really want that one. That one's one I won't forget. How about you, Hal?
Man, I gotta say, for me, it was the standout moment because it was dramatic, it was emotional, it had a lot on the line. Everything you want from a really badass match, and it delivered in every way. And that was actually the purple belt lightweight final from the World Championships: Samuel Nagai versus Jonathan Alves. And it's insane when I think back to that match, because you had just submission attempts from both men that looked like they were going to end the fight, and then they would break out, and then they would rally back, and just points being scored all over the place. It was just incredible. It was emotional, and like I say, just perfect recipe for what I thought, to be honest, was a strong candidate for Gi Match of the Year.
A big upset too, to be honest. I remember going into that and seeing how emotional Samuel was, and I thought he was going to get wrecked, but he ended up winning the match. So he proved me wrong. But there you go, those 6 nominees, and let's jump right into it. Let's see who you guys voted for the 2018 Best Gi Match of the Year. All right, there you go. The winner, Leandro Lo versus Keenan Cornelius at the IBJJF Pan Jiu-Jitsu Championships out in Irvine, California earlier this year. A great match, 2 titans of this sport, right? It really doesn't get any bigger than Leandro Lo versus Keenan Cornelius. Both these guys, are very high up in the world of jiu-jitsu. So when they finally, we don't see these guys meet too often.
Nope. No, they fought only a couple of times actually over the years. I think maybe 3 or 4 times now in total. 3 or 4. And when those 2 guys do end up facing each other in the brackets, you have to pay attention, right?
Exactly. And that's exactly what happened at this IBJJF Pan Jiu-Jitsu Championships. I remember it was the place, there's 12 mats, 10 mats. There's a lot of other things going on. But the entire arena, the entire place was fixated on this one little corner mat when Leandro versus Keenan happened, because everybody knew that this was the match to watch, and absolutely delivered. One of Leandro's best performances of the year, probably. If we did a takedown of the year, I'd have to imagine that would be the takedown of the year. The coy smile there at the end from Leandro. Just an iconic match. I love this match. It was a great one. And congratulations to both those guys, Leandro and Keenan, for putting on an exceptionally exciting match. And you guys voting it the 2018 Gi Match of the Year.
Absolutely. I mean, there's very little to add to that, because it was one of those matches that you knew you couldn't miss, and we knew that obviously lots of people were watching it for quite some time after it happened as well. People kept revisiting it to see exactly how Leandro could deal with the techniques and the tricks that Keenan had to offer. And just for me, absolute standout match, really was. And deservedly getting, I believe, 24% of the total votes. That's it's pretty far ahead all the others.
Absolutely. So there you go. If you guys haven't seen that match, I recommend you stop what you're doing and check that one out because it was a fun one. But let's keep things rolling along here. That's one category down. We got 7 more to go. So let's jump right into here to the second one. This is the no-gi match of the year, and let's play this nominee video here so everybody can gather who got nominated again. This is Gordon Ryan versus Kynan Duarte. You were there for that one, Howard, right?
Yeah, it was. That was another one of those moments where it seemed like everybody stopped what they were doing to watch.
Here's a great match I remember from ADCC trials. This was definitely the takeaway match from that event. Extremely close match, went down to overtime. Ty Rotullo, man, he looked fantastic out there. This was a great match as well from out at Kasai. What a great event Kasai is, and that just elevated this match that much more. I think both these guys threw crazy submission attempts. And talking about submission attempts, this maybe broke the record for most submission attempts in a match. This is a great match from Fight to Win earlier in the year. Wilson Hayes, Mike Padilla, I think is how you say it. Man, this was one of my favorite matches of the year. Had to be
one of the most talked about matches of the year. Absolutely. Gio Martinez going up against the teenage Nicky Ryan, of course, younger brother to Gordon. And yeah, that one definitely delivered.
And then right there at the end of the year, we had a barn burner of a match. Josh Hinger, Mateus Diniz, two just gorillas going at it. That's always a fun spectacle to watch. So there you go, man. All 6 of those, I think, matches, extremely exciting. If you haven't seen all 6 of them, I'd recommend going back and watching them on the FloGrappling archives. This was a great category. You know, like, I guess I'll give you my pick.
Please do.
I think my pick there was Nicky Ryan versus Gio Martinez, just because how the build-up to that match. The build-up, I think, was so exciting, and there were so many question marks going into that match. We didn't know exactly how Nicky was going to match up against the 10th Planet Elite, right? Gio is a guy who's really accomplished the most, I think, in terms of 10th Planet alumni there. But a fantastic match. Ended up delivering, I think, on the Kasai stage. Had a very late attack from Nicky Ryan. Ended up earning him the win. He got Gio kind of caught in a little triangle Kimura situation. Time ran out, unfortunately, but that was an exciting one. That would be my pick. What about you?
I really enjoyed the Josh Hinger Mateus Diniz match. I mean, this is not the first time that they fought. Both these guys are really good no-gi, and it was just so much fun because you know, Josh is a submission hunter, and you put anything out there and he'll grab it. And up against somebody as really as dynamic and as physical as Mateus, you know, that's it's no small task. And Josh went after him, and then, you know, the match, the balance of the match swung back, and Mateus was going after Josh. It was just exactly what you like from a no-gi match. You know, it was like submission attempts. There was a lot of reversals going on, a lot of fun. And yeah, you know, that match was key as well because it was a semi-final match that Josh went on to win, and of course went on to get his 3rd no-gi world title as well. So pretty important.
Absolutely, that was a big one. All right, there you have our picks, but let's see what you guys picked as the 2018 Best No-Gi Match of the Year. There you have it. This was from the IBJJF Pan No-Gi tournament out in New York. How I know you were there for this one, like you said.
I was, and this is the moment that had everybody holding their breath because at one point it looked like Kynan, he's right on, you know, Gordon's back here, and he's fighting to get that second hook, and the whole sequence was very reminiscent of when Felipe Pena beat him. But Gordon, of course, turned it up, got out, got on top, passed the guard, and really established his dominance in the match, and went on to become a double gold champion at the IBJJF No-Gi Pans.
Yep, you know, Gordon only really did a handful of, or a few tournaments, I believe, throughout this year. And one of them that he did there was this one. Of course, he won double gold at No-Gi Worlds as well. But this was really his first foray into IBJJF competition as a black belt this year, and it was really, there was, like we were talking about, question marks in the Nicky Ryan match, and there was definitely a lot of question marks in this one as well. How is Gordon gonna fare without the heel hooks, without some of his kind of like most notable positions? And it turned out that he did pretty well.
Pretty
I guess.
good, yeah.
He did pretty well. Won double gold at Nogi Pans and Nogi Worlds as well. So if you're not on the Gordon Ryan hype train, it's left the station, to be honest.
And just one thing, that I have to mention as well is that this was actually one of the closest categories when it came to the votes. That Gordon, of course, was first place, but there were less than 45 votes difference separating the first through to the third place.
Wow.
And it's very interesting because the second place...
So your votes really do matter here at the FloGrappling Awards.
Every vote matters, but it's really interesting because the second place, which was trailing only 35 votes behind Gordon, was actually Nicky Ryan versus Gio.
Oh.
So Nicky just nipping away at Gordon's heels right there, and you never know, next year maybe Nicky could do it. Maybe he could beat his bigger brother. He could get that no-gi match of the year. We'll see.
The brother duo coming in at 1 and 2 here at the FloGrappling Awards. That's exciting.
And I'm sure he'd like to know, but yes, Josh Hinger versus Matthias Deniz was there in third. And just, like I said, a handful of votes separating those top 3 matches right there. So
very close, a great match. And actually, I spoke to Gordon earlier today, and got a little video from. Let's see what Gordon had to say about his big win.
What's up, guys? So, as I said, there's no need to vote for me because we already know what the deal is. But I did manage to win Nogi Match of the Year with me and Kanan. So, thank you guys for voting for me. That was a great match. It was back and forth the whole time. He was up by a couple of advantages, and I believe maybe some points. I think just a few advantages. With a couple of minutes left, and I was able to get to his back and finish him. So, thank you guys for voting, and we all know who Nogi Grappler of the Year was.
There you go, ever the showman, Gordon Ryan accepting the award, shouting out to his fans there. A great performance in 2018 from Gordon Ryan. He even gave us a little plug there. He said, who the real 2018 Grappler of the Year is.
Oh, we'll wait and see about that. Haven't announced it yet.
Yeah, right. But definitely an extremely exciting year for Gordon, and none more exciting, I think, than that match there with Kainan Duarte. So congratulations to Gordon and to Kainan. Both guys looked fantastic in 2018. Both guys put on a great show at the Nogi Pans and earned your vote for 2018 Nogi Match of the Year. Very, very exciting. But let's keep this train rolling. We got another one to go. This one actually is Breakthrough Grappler of the Year. This is one of your favorite categories, I have a feeling.
It was, yeah. I mean, I love the fact that, as we mentioned, that 2018 was the opportunity for a lot of these up-and-coming names to establish themselves within the sport. Some of them, of course, they weren't even black belts. Some of them were colored belts. Some of them were brand new black belts. Some of them had been black belts for a couple of years, but hadn't necessarily made any waves yet. So, we allowed this category to be a little bit more open and to really take into account a lot of different people from different backgrounds, gi and no gi. And to be honest, I think that this particular category was really interesting.
Let's refresh your memory. Let's play this nominee video so you can remember who were the 6 guys nominated, or 6 people nominated for Breakthrough Grappler of the Year. Aaron Tex Johnson out of Unity Jiu-Jitsu in New York. He had a fantastic year. That's him winning the ADCC trials right there. Guy we were just talking about, Kainan Duarte. It's him accepting his gold medal at the qualifiers.
Won pretty much everything at brown belt.
Yep. Tommy Longacher, here he is having a breakout performance at the World Championships right there. This clip.
The Norwegian went on to win silver medal, I believe.
Mateus Lutz, man, this guy jumped on everybody's radar in 2018.
As did Gabi Pisano as well. Purple belt here in this clip, but now a brown belt and already doing amazing things as well the last half of this year.
And the UK grappler, Ross Nichols, he had a great showing in a few Polaris events, and also him
won
winning
the ADCC European Trials.
Winning ADCC European Trials right there in impressive fashion, I'd have to say. I believe he won every match by submission. So that's that's a great job, Ross Nichols, right there. But yeah, a lot of these guys, these are black belts, I think, who are not all of them black belts. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely not. In fact, from this list, we had 3 black belts. One, Kainen, of course, who got promoted to black belt this year. Matthias Lutz, who was a brown belt, and Gabi Pisana, who was a purple belt, won the double Grand Slam, winning weight and absolute at the 4 major tournaments, and then getting promoted to brown belt at the podium of Worlds. So a very strong lineup of, and like I said, a nice mix there of belt colors as well.
Absolutely. I think these 6 guys, we really wanted, like you said, wanted to open this up to people who really needed to be recognized, I think, for their year. We can only nominate so many people for Black Belt of the Year or Female Black Belt of the Year, Male Black Belt of the Year. But there's so many guys who I think really deserve to be recognized for what they did in 2018. And that's, I think, the reflection of this category. But let's jump into it. Let's see who won this one. It's very competitive, this one as well. So let's see who got the win. There you go. You can see right here, this is Kainen Duarte putting a stamp on his 2018 by winning the black belt super heavyweight division at the IBJJF Nogi World Championships. Maybe one of his most impressive performances to date.
6 months earlier, he was still a brown belt.
Exactly. He was, we were there at Worlds in June when he was getting promoted, getting his black belt from Andre Galval on the podium after winning double gold. So very well deserved, I think, for Kainen here. Man, this guy had an incredible year. I was looking back through 2017 awards, and we gave the award for Prospect of the Year.
That's right.
To Kainen, back when he was a purple belt. But that was just last year. Last year he was a purple belt Prospect of the Year. This year he comes in, he gets his black belt, 2018 Breakthrough Grappler of the Year. What else can you say about Kainen? He looked phenomenal, didn't he?
I mean, he really did. And obviously we knew what he was capable of. We'd seen him competing at the ADCC 2017, still as a brown belt, and tapping out former ADCC champion Pablo Popovic. So both a gi and a no-gi specialist. And 2018 was a big year for him. Of course, he won Europeans, he won Pans, he won Worlds, he won the Spider Championship, and then, of course, capping it off by getting promoted to black belt and then going on to win the IBJJF World No-Gi Championship. Just absolutely incredible for a guy who I believe is right around just turning 21 years old.
Yep, and all 6 of those guys. Got to give a shout out to Gabby, Tommy, Ross, Tex. These all 6 of those, I think, had just absolutely stellar years.
And once again, actually, when it comes to the votes,
yeah.
so close, because we looked at the results. And Kainen, he won with just over 26% of the votes. But with 24% of the votes, like right behind him was Tommy Langacker of Norway as well, the world's 2018 silver medalist. So, really every vote counts in this, and it just goes to show that it was a really deserving lineup of nominees as well.
Yeah, I got a couple Europeans in there, had a couple Brazilians in there, and then even the lone American in Tex. But fantastic. Congratulations to Kainen Duarte for becoming the FloGrappling 2018 Breakthrough Grappler of the Year. He definitely deserved it, and thanks for everybody for voting for him. I know he appreciates it as well. Actually, we have a little video from Kainen. We spoke to Kainen earlier today. He was kind enough to send us a quick little acceptance video. Let's roll that.
What's up, guys? Kainen Duarte here. I'd like to say thank you for everyone who voted for me. And it's a honor for me to get this award. And I will keep work hard, and I hope 2019 I get even better.
I hope I get everything and better. Wow. I mean, to be honest, that's it's a lofty goal, but who knows?
Yep.
Could do it.
Well, I think 2019 really could be a huge year for Kainen. So definitely keep a lookout for him in 2019. It's going to be fun. All right, let's keep it rolling, though. Let's keep
what else
things
we
going.
got? What else we got? Lots more to come,
We got lots more to come. We got some submissions coming up. We got the biggest moment. And, of course, we got your favorite category, male black belt and female black belt of the year. Those are just coming up in just a minute. But let's jump into gi submission of the year. This is a great category. Everybody loves a good submission. So let's roll this. Let's refresh everybody's memory. Who got nominated and what these submissions were, because there's some crazy ones here. Way back in January of last year, Tommy Langacker submitting Herbert Santos.
Yeah, that was at the 2018 Europeans. I have to think, Europeans is just a week away. Are we going to see something else crazy next week?
I have a feeling. And this was at the Abu Dhabi World Pro. What a throw right there from Herbert Santos.
The entire match was about 25 seconds long.
Wow. What a great match. Herbert Santos, always good for some submissions. Hudson Mateus right there. This is quarterfinals at Worlds, getting that slick 50-50 arm bar.
He's such an arm hunter. I know this was one that you particularly liked.
Yep, this is another one that we talked about earlier there. Nicholas Marigali, Felipe Pena. Another match of two titans of our sport.
That is Ezekiel, absolutely deadly with it. And this is the what I believe they call the Gubba Guard, the Gi Rubber Guard. Keenan Cornelius using it to set up that triangle to omoplata and tapping out the incredibly strong Victor Honorio in the European Absolute Division.
This is the finals of the IBJJF World Championships.
Oh man, this is brutal. Look at that.
This is tough to watch.
It really is. Oh.
He was fishing for something there for like 45 seconds, just going back to Kimuras, arm bars, wrist locks, triangle. But a fantastic list right there, 6 nominees. This one was a hard one to pick for me, to be honest.
It was a pick 'em, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some really, really tough ones to choose from there. I mean, how do you choose one over the other? You got the incredible technique and the tricks of Keenan Cornelius, and then you've got the savagery of Claudia Doval's wrist lock, stroke Kimura, horrible bendy thing. There's so much going on there, and a really cool list of submissions.
I'd have to say if I am honest with you all about who I voted for. I voted for Tommy Longaker's triangle over Herbert Santos.
Incredible.
That was just the moment that I don't think I'll be able to forget. Just being in the pit at Euros, kind of the way the setup is, you're kind of sunken down and the whole crowd is above you, and that place was packed. And that place, all the Europeans there,
it went off.
They were rooting for Tommy. Just the way that happened, Tommy being such a middleweight compared to a super heavyweight world champion, just a fantastic matchup. And man, that was one I won't be able to forget. What about you? Did you have a clear winner that you voted for?
I did actually, but I guess if I was to say, I would spoil it. So
all right, well, let's jump right in. Let's see who got the win. There it is.
Yeah, this is the one that I chose. I just thought it was an excellent display of technique, of opportunistic attack against what is, a kind of frustrating position to deal with. Hudson Mateus just disrespecting Mateus Spirandelli's 50-50 guard, yanking that arm. It's such a great attack. The 50-50 armbar is something that we see occasionally, but it's worth noting that this was actually the second 50-50 armbar that Hudson hit in this very event, in this tournament, And but to do so here in I believe it was the quarterfinals of the IBJJF World Championships, really impressive. And we've known Hudson for a long time that he is a finisher, right? He's the kind of guy who goes out there and he really likes collecting those arms. To do so on that stage and to do so in that fashion, for me personally, very well deserving of the Gi submission of the year. And the results speak for themselves as well, because it ran away with the votes. 37% of the votes went to this submission, and the next most popular one, of course, was the Keenan Cornelius armbar. Omoplata, but didn't even come close, only 23%. So people really liked Hudson's 50-50 guard armbar. I think you will be seeing plenty of those in the gym next week.
Yeah, that's a crazy stat that you hit 2 of those at the World Championships. Hudson is a guy who maybe could have been nominated for Breakthrough Grappler of the Year as well. A very young black belt. I think we're going to see a lot of great things from him in the coming years, 2019, 2020. This kid, out of Kyle Terra Academy in San Jose, California there. He really looked on fire. this year. You know, didn't quite, I'm sure, reach the top of the podium in some of those bigger competitions that he'd hoped for. But like I said, I think looking forward to 2019, 2020, you're going to be seeing big things from Hudson Mateus. And yeah, there's just something about that 50-50 armbar, huh? It's like everybody's least favorite position is 50-50, but when you can get a submission from it, it's suddenly everybody's favorite position. So fantastic job to Hudson Mateus. Congratulations. 2018 Gi Submission of the Year, very well deserved. And just earlier today, we got to talk to Hudson and got a quick little video here to share with you guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Hudson. I'm very happy to say that my submission was voted the best of the year 2018. I would like to thank God first for all things and you guys who voted me, and of course FloGrappling for making this special moment. Yes.
There you go, Hudson Mateus out there on the streets of San Jose, California, I believe, right outside Cayetera Academy, giving us a little thank you. So, like I said,
No, Hudson, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Hudson, and thank everybody for voting for him. I'm sure he appreciates it as well. We're halfway through.
We are.
We're halfway through. That's 4 categories that we've gone to. We still got 4 more to go here at the 2018 FloGrappling Awards.
Let's keep it going. I'm in the flow. Let's do this.
Yep. And now let's jump right into no-gi submission of the year. Let's refresh everybody's memory. Another full category here. Right off the bat, Tex Johnson, who had a great year. Straight ankle lock. This is the finals of the no-gi Pan Championship.
If there's anything that we can learn from Tex matches, is don't let him grab your feet.
Exactly. Richie Martinez of 10th Planet here at Kasai Pro 2 way back earlier in the year.
Talk about brutal submissions. Look at that reverse armbar. Incredible.
Wouldn't want to be there. And then following up here towards the end of the year, Johnny Grippo. Wow, what a great year he had. Submitting Marcio Andre in the finals of the No-Gi World Championships.
Yeah, to win his first black belt world championship. Incredible. Now, this definitely stood out to me. We christened it the Persian pry bar. Have you ever seen a move like this before in your life? I doubt it. Incredible move there.
Very creative. And then, of course, this north-south choke from Josh Hinger in the finals of the No-Gi World Championships as well. This is just a great submission here. Takes him from feet all the way down to a submission. And the pretzel plata from Clark Gracie. If you didn't know about it before, well, not many people did.
No,
So
this was a new one for us. We'd never seen it before. We'd seen, obviously, Clark go with this whole series of omoplata attacks, but he debuted or unleashed a brand new attack here at No-Gi Worlds. Incredible, right?
Yeah, a master of the omoplata. In modifying it there just enough, getting a really cool submission. What do you think, Cal? This was a tough one to choose from as well, right?
Yeah.
They all are, I guess. But
It really was. I mean, you had your quick submissions, you had your flashy submissions.
creative ones.
Creative submissions. But, I mean, to be honest, I think that the Persian pry bar stood out for me simply because, like I said, I'd never seen that in my life before. Now, I've been doing jiu-jitsu a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I've been around, and that was just brand new to me. I was watching it live, and I could see Dustin stepping over, and I thought he was going to go for like a far side armbar or something. And then he starts like tricking about with the guy's head and hooking his foot behind the armpit. And before I know it, I'm like, wow. That is a brand new move right there. And that doesn't happen very often. It's not often that you see something created in jiu-jitsu, but apparently he hits this all the time.
Yep. Very creative guy, Dustin Akbar. He even was kind enough to give us a little breakdown of the submission on FloGrappling. So check that out.
How did it feel? You got to be the dummy.
Yeah,
for that,
yeah,
right?
I did. I got to feel it firsthand, and I was tapping. It definitely elicits a tap for sure. But let's jump in. Let's see who won No-Gi Submission of the Year. This extremely impressive, one of the more creative submissions, I think, on our list. This pretzel plata dubbed by Clark Gracie. Just a really fascinating movement, I think. The way it takes a couple minutes to unfold, too. And the way he's able to keep that control with the omoplata, hook this leg with his other leg, grab it. Just extremely complicated submission. Not
There's
one.
so much going on there.
Not
right?
one that you are going to see every day. Not one that you're going to see too often. So definitely a well-deserved submission. Nogi submission of the year goes to Clark Gracie and his pretzel plata. Pretty impressive, don't you think?
Extremely impressive. I mean, to be honest, much like Dustin Akbari's Persian Pride Bar, we had never seen the pretzel plata before. There wasn't even really a name for it, you know. The Clark was like, well, my students call it the pretzel plata, so I guess that's what it's called, you know. But we've seen him hit some funky stuff from the omoplata position before, and I thought that when he hooked that far leg that it was much like a setup. We'd seen him use Masters Worlds, I believe, the year before, but then when he started pulling it through and like locks it down with a leg, I was like, oh, again, it's something new. And I think that's one of my favorite things about jiu-jitsu is that it's always developing, always evolving. But to see Clark do it at the highest level like that, just super impressive.
Absolutely. There was a finals, too, of the Nogi World Championship. Or he's in Masters 1 division. But that was the finals there. I believe he hit 2 Kimuras earlier in the day and then finished the day out with the 2018 Nogi Submission of the Year. Congratulations to Clark. He looked fantastic out there hitting it. And
he's made a career of really good-looking submissions, right?
Yeah, it's true. It is very true. We've got a couple of those clips, but none bigger than this one. So congratulations to him. And now this next category, category is a big one. You know, there's a lot of big moments that happen throughout the year, and we try to kind of boil them all down and try to pick what the biggest one, the biggest moment, biggest accomplishment. You know,
not easy.
What are you guys going to look back and think of 2018? What first is going to be coming to mind? So that's what we try to capture with this biggest moment of the year award. We can run this video, refresh everybody's memory. There were some very big moments here, Hal.
Huge. I mean, Bruno Malfacini, 10 world titles, and of course, being a lighter fighter, you know, having to do so all in the same weight category. Mikey Musumeci becoming the first ever 2-time American world champion. Incredible.
Gordon Ryan going out to Nogi World Championships and really doing what he said he was going to do. Sweeping Nogi Worlds. What a big moment this was. Leandro
that was an emotional moment for everybody involved, I think. Seeing Buchecha give Leandro that absolute title after Leandro got hurt.
Yeah. Of course, the purple belt phenom, Roberto Jimenez. He had a crazy year as well. Now a brown belt.
And Buchecha taking it back to the roots, the no Natala generation. We saw plenty of good examples of that. We saw a little clip of it of Wagner Holz's smother choke. I believe he likes to call it the what does he call it? The python.
The python. Yep,
Yeah.
that's what you call it. Yeah. Definitely that. I think this was definitely a new year in that a lot of guys really were adopting that
mentality.
Yeah, that mentality,
Yeah.
that lifestyle. You know, of course, Homolo had the everyday Pohada as well. You mentioned Wagner, Buchecha in there. So Renzo Gracie, I feel like as well as kind of has his Fodasi mantra that he's been working in as well.
And I think it's a bit of a backlash, isn't it, against the kind of the so we say that the watering down of jiu-jitsu, because a lot of people have been complaining that jiu-jitsu was becoming too sport-oriented, that the techniques were becoming less effective in what could, you know, maybe a real-life situation. So it was this kind of call back to the olden days when, you know, jiu-jitsu and valetudo and MMA, NHB were all a little bit more closely aligned. So it's just a call to our arms, I think, to inspire people to go out there and just go out there and win, man, you know, do it decisively and not just play for advantages, right?
Yep, that's a great explanation of it, I think. I also have to mention Roberto Jimenez. He's the guy I voted for just to see him at Worlds. I know he's a purple belt and, you know, maybe not quite the same level of accomplishment as some of the black belts maybe, but man, this was an incredible day. You don't see athletes have days like this too often. He just went out there, I think, and man, put his competition on watch, man. He went out there, took it to everybody, got 10 submissions, won purple belt, absolute, and heavyweight title. I don't think I've seen anybody do that, you know, in a long time. I have to go back and look, but I can't even tell you if Buchecha did that or somebody like that, you know. So definitely a very, very exciting day, I think, from Roberto Jimenez. He got my vote.
Very nice. Well, let's see who won.
no story was bigger in 2018 than Gordon Ryan calling his shot, going out there. We saw the ultra heavyweight division blow up as soon as Gordon Ryan was able to sign up. Guys were gunning for him. Yuri was gunning for him. Cyborg was gunning for him. Here we see a good clip from Patrick Gaudio match, which was a great match. But Gordon ultimately did what he said he was going to do. He went out there, won double gold at Worlds, at Nogi Worlds. Just a huge moment in the sport of jiu-jitsu. There you go, Gordon.
Silencing the haters.
Telling everybody to be quiet who doubted him. It's always fun watching Gordon out there. Always fun watching him do his thing. And this was big. I'm probably didn't go exactly how he planned, probably, right?
Well,
but
Gordon said
still
he was
impressive.
disappointed, right? Because he didn't submit everybody, and he said that it was the trip was ruined because of that. But he did go home with 2 gold medals, so I think, to be honest, pretty successful by most people's standards.
What do you think resonated so much with people? Why do you think this? Because we had some big moments there. The Leandro was a really iconic moment. I think that's something that we're going to remember for a long time. But what do you think it was that resonated with people so much with Gordon?
Well, I mean, it's the fact that Gordon Ryan has been talking the talk for so long, and there was so much hate on everything that Gordon does. Oh, he's just a leg lock guy. Oh, he's just a no-gi guy. Oh, he talks too much trash. And I think a lot of people were secretly hoping that he would stumble and that he would basically lose at Nogi Worlds. And I think that he proved so many people wrong by going out there and, to be honest, during the matches especially, quite humbly, just going out there and getting the job done. And I think this maybe won him a lot of new fans as a result. Of course, immediately afterwards, he was straight back to his old ways, as we'd expect from Gordon. But you cannot argue with the results. You can't deny the fact that this man is pretty much unstoppable. There's a reason that he's our #1 ranked pound-for-pound grappler in the FloGrappling No-Gi rankings, and the #1 ranked 100 kilogram and above grappler as well. So, yeah, it has to be. It's the Gordon Ryan show, right?
Yeah. Got to give a shout out also to Mikey Musumeci. Him making history this year, becoming the only American to win 2 times, win the world championship twice. Very extremely big year for him, and that accomplishment especially definitely was a huge moment. So definitely got to give a shout out to Mikey, but congratulations to Gordon Ryan for winning Nogi Worlds, winning double gold at Nogi Worlds, and becoming the 2018 biggest moment of the year here at the FloGrappling Awards. All right, we're getting down to it. The last 2 awards here, female and male black belt of the year. This each category had 6, of course, and all 6 of these women and men, very well deserved. But let's jump right into female black belt here first. Let's see where our nominees were. Ana Carolina Vieira had a huge year. Here's her winning in the IBJJF World Championship Finals.
Once again, we see that wrist lock, but it is important to note that was Claudia Duval winning her 2nd IBJJF World title there. Tayane Porfirio, female black belt of the year. She won gold at Europeans, Brazilian Nationals, and Worlds.
Karen Antunes doing the baby rock motion right there, coming back from, I believe, just a few months maybe after having her child. 1 Pans, 1 Worlds.
Nachieli, another 2-time IBJJF black belt world champion.
And of course, Beatriz Mesquita, last year's winner of the female black belt of the year. She repeats a lot of her success in 2018. And there she is winning IBJJF No-Gi Worlds. So this is, all 6 of these women, I think, had fantastic years. And let's just jump right into it, though. Let's see who won. I'm eager to know. I bet you guys are, too. And there we have it. And the winner is Beatriz Mesquita, the Gracie Humaita mainstay, one of the very best female black belts in the world. She had a great year.
Yeah, very difficult to argue with that.
Absolutely. Here's her winning the IBJJF European Championships back in January of 2018. She had a great year. also won the IBJJF World Championships, also won the Nogi World Championships as well. Bia has been on the scene for a while now. She's a veteran of the sport. You know, she's one of the girls that's hung in there for a while now. And man, she only gets better year after year, it seems like. And 2017 was a huge year for her. 2018 was even bigger, in my opinion. And who knows about 2019? 2019 could potentially be the biggest year of Beatriz Mesquita's career.
It may be. I mean, she's even teased that she has a huge announcement this year that she wants to make a transition to mixed martial arts as well. But
very true.
The only thing I can say about that is I really hope that we don't lose her from jiu-jitsu and grappling too much, because we have a number of big tournaments on the horizon, and later this year, of course, ADCC as well. She is an ADCC champion. She will be looking, hopefully, to defend her title in September this year. Obviously, we hope to see that. So, Bia, don't leave us.
Don't
please.
leave us. Come on. No, there you go. Like I mentioned, last year she was the 2017 Female Black Belt of the Year. This year, the 2018 Female Black Belt of the Year. Back-to-back champion, two-time Female Black Belt of the Year. Congratulations to Bia Mesquita out of Gracie Humait there. A very stellar year for her, and well-deserved. I believe we even got a couple words from Bia earlier today. Let's hear from her.
Hey, I'm Bia Mesquita, and I'm here to thank all of you guys that took your time to vote on me as the best female black belt of 2018 under FloGrappling. I'm really happy to achieve this for the second year consecutive, and I always like to say how you guys are my best motivation to step on the mat and get better every day. It's lovely to see how the female jiu-jitsu is getting bigger, and I wish to keep motivating all of you. Thank you one more time, and I can't wait for all that's coming 2019.
There she is. We love Bia Mesquita here at FloGrappling.
I like the fact that she says that she doesn't just take pleasure in the award, but one of her missions as well is to inspire the next generation as well. I think that's amazing.
Absolutely. There's no better role model in jiu-jitsu than Beatriz. So definitely congratulations again to her. Female Black Belt of the Year. Very, very well deserved. But we've only got one more category left, Hal. One category left. The 2018 Male Black Belt of the Year. Let's refresh your memory. Who did we nominate this year? This was a tough one to choose. It was very tough. Here we have Felipe Pena. This is him winning the World Championships. Of course, he won quite a few titles this year. Leandro Lowe as well, getting the absolute title. We talked about him earlier. This is him beating Gutenberg Pereira. Hands.
What a year for Gianni Grippo. This was when he won the Kasai Pro 145-pound tournament. Of course, also black belt world champion, no-gi, pan-no-gi champion.
Wow, Lucas Barbosa had an incredible year. He won, he won
Everything.
just about everything.
He won Euros, Pans, Brazilian Nationals, Worlds.
Isaac Bayen's as well. This is him at the World Championships. He had a fantastic year, won quite a few titles as well. And finally, Muhammad Ali. This is after he beat Nicholas Marigali at the IBJJF World Championships in the semifinals there. But
Went on to become champion.
exactly, went on to become champion. All six of those guys had fantastic years. Gianni Grippo, man, I think he really came on late in the year for me. He had such a great year. Capped off the year with 2018 Nogi World Championships.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster as well, right? It wasn't
was.
easy for Gianni. He battled through a lot of adversity to get there. It's, he would be right there, get a silver medal here, silver medal there, and it was like you say, it was the last half of the year that he just put it into second gear and really put his mark on the year, winning the Kasai Pro tournament, winning Pan No Gi, winning World No Gi title. Just a really, really strong showing from Gianni Grippo, yeah.
And you got to give a shout out again there to Lucas Barbosa because, like you said, he really did win anything. He had a couple, a few closeouts there throughout the year, but man, this is a guy who went to his weight division and absolute division, just about every competition he went to. One of the most
incredibly active, right?
One of the most active guys, I think, from the year. I believe he also captured the IBJJF #1 ranking. So definitely a lot of good contenders in there. But let's see who you guys chose as your 2018 FloGrappling Black Belt of the Year. There you go. Wow. Muhammad Ali. from Team Lloyd Irvin. A great year. What a great ambassador for the sport, great representative of the sport. Here's a couple highlights. Like I said, there was him winning at the IBGF World Championship. Here's a few good takedown highlights of Muhammad from Nogi Worlds. Muhammad is always good for some highlights. He has such an exciting game. One of the most explosive grapplers on the scene. He can do things from the feet. He can pass your guard. He can sweep you. This guy's a real complete grappler, and very, very excited to announce Muhammad Ali as the 2018 FloGrappling Male Black Belt of the Year. Very, very well deserved, in my opinion.
Incredibly so, and it's not just about the titles and the trophies, right? I think with Muhammad as well is, of course, that he did capture his first black belt world gold medal. That's an incredible achievement in and of itself. But at the same time, fans didn't vote for him just because of the medals that he won. You know, this is a guy who has done a lot for the jiu-jitsu community in 2018. He's built an incredible audience of very dedicated fans and followers via his Instagram and particularly his YouTube channel. You know, he has a weekly Portuguese language series of vlogs. He interacts with these guys a lot. He has a video podcast in Portuguese where he has really big names from the industry featured there. And a lot of the reason that fans like him and all the people in the industry, regardless of team, are willing to work with him is because Muhammad is just about as straight up dude as you can get, you know, and everything that he does is really to help develop jiu-jitsu. You know, he's helped work with social projects to get them funding so that, you know, say disadvantaged kids can train jiu-jitsu, and he's really doing a lot to give something back. So I think that Muhammad's contributions to the sport probably equally recognized in regards to him winning this award as his awards and his achievements on the mat.
Absolutely. Excellent point. Excellent point. A great ambassador, like we said, for the sport of jiu-jitsu. We even talked to Muhammad just a little bit ago, and he had a few words to say. Let's hear from him.
Hey everybody, my name is Muhammad Ali, and today I'm here to, thank you guys. You know, thank all the fans who went there and voted for me. I was nominated the black belt, the male black belt 2018, and that's a big deal for me, man. I love winning tournaments, man. I love doing jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is my passion, you know. Since when I started, I decided that I would wake up every day and do better, you know, wake up every day and try to get better. And I think that's the real meaning of being a black belt, you know. And that's what I try to do every day, man. I try to be a better student, a better father, a better athlete, and I think you guys can recognize that, you know. It's the third time that FloGrappling do that kind of thing, and my name was always there, man. That's huge for me. Among great other athletes, great other people, you guys decided that I was supposed to win, you know, and I'm just, blessed, you know. I'm just happy, and I'm here to thank all fans, you know, thank everybody who went there and voted for me. I'm really happy, man. I can't wait to get my trophy and hopefully do the same thing this year, you know. Thank you very much. Thank you, FloGrappling, and I see you guys soon. Us.
There you go. How can you not smile? How can you not smile after watching Muhammad Ali? What a humble champion he is.
You know, this is incredibly important to mention as well, is that Muhammad actually received more votes than any other nominee in the history of the FloGrappling Awards to win this, to become the 2018 Male Black Belt of the Year. I just think that speaks volumes as the level of support that this guy has got. So incredible.
Absolutely. And definitely, you know, like we said at the top of the show, thank you guys especially so much for taking the time and making this the biggest FloGrappling Award that we've ever done. Definitely, you know, a lot of the love, a lot of shout outs has to go to you guys. It was a big year, and the FloGrappling Awards really reflected that. It was a big accomplishment. So thank you guys again for voting. And I hope you guys enjoyed the live show. That's all 8 of our winners here today. If you haven't seen some of these submissions, if you haven't seen some of these matches, you can definitely go back in our archives and watch through some of Muhammad Ali's 2018. He had a few good matches in there, I think, as well. Hal, any last words here?
Yeah, all I'll say is that don't go anywhere, because the action is straight back upon us. This weekend, we have live events coming up. We have the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. We have the King of Mats. We have Third Coast Grappling. We have Fight to Win. Next week, we have the IPJJF European Championships. And that really, it just sets the tone for the rest of the year. So, to be honest, start making notes now as for the best matches, the best submissions, and the black belts who you think could, this time next year, be in the game to win these FloGrappling Awards. Because these end-of-year awards, we rely on you as much as anybody to let us know what you think are the most deserving candidates throughout the year. So start making notes.
Well, there we go. We can put 2018 behind us officially. It's in the books. We're looking forward to 2019. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you guys enjoyed all the winners. And we will see you next time.